this video, we will answer a question that has been asked for years: are men or women more narcissistic? We will explore the research on narcissism and gender differences to see if there are any patterns or trends. According to Jeffrey Kluger's 2014 book, The Narcissist Next Door, our society, which is still largely patriarchal, may be more inclined to accept and tolerate male narcissism and aggressiveness than those of females. This viewpoint has also been expressed by several other researchers, although conclusive evidence has yet to be presented. A meta-analysis conducted by Emily Grijalva and colleagues in 2015 found that men tend to score higher on measures of narcissism than women. This finding was consistent across different types of narcissism measures, including the Narcissistic Personality Inventory, NPI, and the Narcissistic Admiration and Rivalry Questionnaire, NARQ. Previous studies conducted on a smaller scale have also identified a similar bias. Another indication of this trend is a study from 2008 that found a higher lifetime prevalence of narcissistic personality disorder among men, 7.7%, compared to women, 4.8%. However, a more recent meta-analysis conducted by Anna Spey and colleagues in 2020 found no significant gender differences in narcissism scores. This study looked at data from over 470,000 participants across 355 studies and found that there was no consistent pattern of men scoring higher than women on measures of narcissism. So, the question of whether men or women are more narcissistic is a complex one, with no easy answer. While some studies suggest that men may score higher on measures of narcissism than women, other studies have found no significant gender differences. Other factors, such as cultural and social norms, may also play a role in shaping gender differences in narcissism. One explanation for the possible gender difference in narcissism is that society tends to reward and encourage men's self-promotion and assertiveness more than women's. Men who are confident and self-assured are often seen as strong and capable, while women who exhibit these same traits are often labeled as bossy or difficult. This can lead men to feel more entitled and self-important than women, which could explain why they score higher on measures of narcissism. Another possible explanation for this gender difference in narcissism is that men are more likely than women to engage in risky and competitive behaviors. Narcissism is associated with a desire for power and status, and men may be more likely to pursue these goals through risky or aggressive means. Women, on the other hand, may be more likely to pursue social connections and emotional intimacy, which are not as closely linked to narcissism. It's also important to note that while some people may exhibit narcissistic tendencies, this does not necessarily mean that they have a diagnosable personality disorder. Narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, is a clinical diagnosis that requires a persistent pattern of grandiosity, a need for admiration, and a lack of empathy, among other symptoms. Not all people who exhibit narcissistic tendencies meet the criteria for NPD, and it's important to seek professional help if you or someone you know is struggling with these issues. Ultimately, the question of whether men or women are more narcissistic is a complex one that cannot be answered definitively. While there is some evidence to suggest that men may score higher on measures of narcissism than women, other studies have found no significant gender differences. What has been your experience when it comes to gender differences and narcissism? Tell us in the comments. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe for more videos like this. We recommend the video on how to recognize a narcissist next.